The Dallas Cowboys will be an underdog at Carolina this week. This is the first time Carolina has been favored since 2022. Surely the Dallas Cowboys aren't that bad, are they? Well, we're going to talk about it. But before we do, I got to tell you about a promotion we have available right now at WagerTalk.com. For a limited time, you can get all the college football, the rest of the season, all the bowl games, all the playoff games for one low price of $149. This promotion is available for any of the great handicappers at WagerTalk.com, and that includes this guy right here. I'm still the number one big play handicapper at WagerTalk since 2022. I'm up 273 units with 4% and 5% plays in all sports. During that time, I'm up over 100 units with college and pro basketball in the calendar year of 2024. And NFL was on a 70% run until last night. If you had the Rams winning 12-6 in bad weather, raise your hand and then put it right back down because we know you're lying. As always, there's no purchase necessary. You're more than welcome to tune in just for the free picks. The only thing I ask from you is that you take the time to smash that like button, and that will allow me to keep putting out these videos. Let's get into it. Carolina, a 2.5-point favorite. The total sits at 43. Carolina is coming off a 22-16 loss at Philly. They gave perhaps one of the better teams in the NFL. They gave them all their money's worth in a hard-fought loss at Philadelphia. Bryce Young threw for 191 yards. I had his passing yards total over and missed it by a half a yard. Young has actually played pretty well of late. He's averaged 210 yards per game in his last 5 starts. He threw for 298 yards and a touchdown on 26 of 46 passing against Tampa Bay in his last home game. Dallas is coming off of a terrible loss to Cincinnati, a muffed punt in the final minutes of a game that was tied, that Dallas had been leading the entire time. How they went on to fail to cover that game, I will not know. But this is a game between two of the worst defenses in the NFL. Dallas is giving up 28 points per game, and the only team that's giving up more than Dallas is the Carolina Panthers, giving up 30 points per game. And Dallas is terrible against the run. They rank 30th in opponent rushing yards, giving up 142 yards per game. As I mentioned, Carolina, a favorite for the first time in the last 2 years. And anytime you see something like that, you think, well, that's got to tell you something. A good friend of mine would say, Jesse, the bookmakers are trying to tell you something. Carolina is a favorite for a reason. This is their game to win, their game to lose. Aside from that, though, I think it's an excellent matchup for Chuba Hubbard. He's gone over 1,000 yards for the first time in his career. He's averaging 4.7 yards per carry on one of the worst teams in the NFL, which is quite impressive. His rushing yards total for this game sits at 81.5. I like Chuba Hubbard to go over against a Dallas defense that is simply not interested in stopping the run. I also like Bryce Young to go over his passing yards total of 206.5 passing yards. So the play is on. Carolina, Hubbard over rushing yards, Young over passing yards. If you like this video, smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel. If you got anything to say to me, even if it's nasty, you hit me up in the comments below. I'll get back to you as soon as I can.